All right, we're just off of Fern Lake Trailhead Road. Cub Lake is up to your left there. You can see the flashy fuels in the foreground of burn, and there are some fire scars up in the high country there. And then there's a mosaic pattern. And I wanted to share with some of you who know the park really well and love this area. Back in 95 to 97, they put in these study areas, and that's the fencing that's still here today. The study area is because the Rocky Mountain National Park has a phenomenal reputation for the large ungulates, the elk, the Rocky Mountain elk, and then the deer that graze here and live here, of course. And so they did some studies back in the 90s. Because of areas like this where they get heavily grazed, they put in some fences to see how the vegetation would do behind the fence and study it, and then have some sort of comparison. An area that doesn't get much grazing to an area that gets grazing. Well, now they'll be able to study the fire effects in there as well. You can see this is kind of like a passageway, and then there's another set of fencing right here. So the fencing's all just fine. I just talked to the National Park Service Resource Advisor. They're still doing repair around here, cleaning up the wood and what have you. But she did want to tell everybody that these study areas are still intact, that the fire burned through it maybe a little bit hotter than a normal year because the fuels are so dry here, but that a lot of these aspens like disturbance, and that it'll be interesting to see how they do out here in the, now it's a double study area, the effects of the ungulates and the fire.